All right, welcome to Midwest Brew Review, guys. We are in Evanston, Illinois. We got invited out here by the good people at Sketchbook Brewing. We're actually going to their brewery. They have a tap room, and they recently moved over to a separate brewery tap room deal. Can't wait to get in there. Guys, what do you think?
I'm excited, man. This place is a community brewery in every sense of the word, so we're really excited to get started on this one.
Very pumped. They saw our video on the advent calendar review that we did, which I'm sure we'll cut to here.
William Wallace! This is delicious.
They invited us out, so this is Sketchbook Brewing.
All right.
So we have our original 7-barrel system, our hot liquor tank, 7-barrel mash tun, 7-barrel boil kettle. When we first opened, we started out with just a handful of 7-barrel fermenters, which you see FV1 is one of the small ones. Okay. 3 total, with these 2 out here as well. And that was our system for the first year that we were open.
So when you were open for the first year, how were you self-distributing, or were you just selling to the community, or how did that work?
We were self-distributing. The only way that anybody could get us outside of a bar at that point, because we really weren't packaging for distribution, was every weekend we would open up the door in the alley, let people come straight into here, get free samples, buy a growler to go, and we had like a mobile bar that we would just roll out, and we only fit like 10 people in here at a time.
So 4 years ago, if I was buying a beer or wanted to come and get some beer, I'm hiking in through this door on the side and going all the way through.
You have to walk down the alley, come through the orange door, and then right around the corner. So, and this was our only sign at the time, was like just this little bit on the door. The city at the time wouldn't allow like a sign outside, so like it's not a storefront.
Right.
So we just put a little A-frame on the corners, like down the alley to the orange door for beer. Sure, yeah. So even if people couldn't remember our name, they remembered that we were like the Weird Alley Brewery. Yeah.
So this is the original setup, and then as you guys got more popular, expanded, you added.
Yeah. As soon as we got the tap room up front after the first year, we knocked through that wall. We expanded our brewery a bit, so we got the 14-barrel or the 15-barrel tanks, which is like FV7, FV3, FV2, 4. That was our first expansion, and then when we got a room that's across the way in last January, we expanded even further. So we took out the bright tanks in our packaging line, and then we ended up buying some 20-barrel fermenters, 3 of those to take up the space that they were in, because we also had our walk-in cooler in here. So this is our 3rd expansion. So these are our 2.5-barrel tanks. It gives us a lot of leeway. Like, we're able to do specialty beers for people. Like World of Beer in Evanston has a blueberry wheat beer that we brew just for them, because we can do it in smaller batches and make it just for them. Yeah. We also do like specialty beers for La Principal, which is a taco place right around the corner. So we do 2 different beers throughout the year for them based on their salsa ingredients.
So it is very community oriented.
Yes.
You know, that's really cool.
Very much so.
So we talked about this earlier. This is probably your most popular beer.
Yes.
And what is it called again?
Insufficient Clearance. Okay. It's our hazy IPA.
It is delicious.
Yeah. So you said, so we were looking at Mosaic, Citra, and Simcoe, you said?
Mosaic, Citra, and Simcoe.
Now, like I said, I like the fact that it's got a bitterness bite to it still, and it's got that familiar piney Simcoe kind of hiding in the background, so it's not a complete juice bomb. It's,
right. It is an actual hazy IPA.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you get that little bit of like pineapple, grapefruit kind of flavors up front, and then that little bit of bitterness comes through just to balance the whole thing out a bit. Also dries off the finish, so you're just like always want to take a little bit more.
Now, do you guys do canning operations here, or do you guys have some?
We do. I want to show you the canning
awesome.
lines.
Okay.
They get sanitized right here, filled, capped, sealed, and then we also had a Micromatic or a micro canner was really nice, and they made a 4-packs like snapper thing for us, so we wouldn't have to snap the cans into 4-packs by ourselves, which is not fun at all. So the 4-pack holders actually like go into here, they drop down, it snaps into it.
That's an awesome addition.
With this room, we're actually able to expand our barrel aging as well, because we were only ever doing like maybe 4 barrels at a time. We just started filling for later this year, so this is our first set. We're probably going to have 2 more layers of barrels for this November's releases.
What's cool is that you guys have this tiny little footprint, and yet we hear Sketchbook all across Chicagoland area, and you guys are sending out to Extreme Beer Fest, which is where? Is that on the East
That's
Coast?
in Boston.
Yeah. So that's amazing that you're able to tiny little footprint.
We brew every day, pretty much.
That's great.
So we're constantly cranking out stuff, and we try to schedule it so as soon as something empties, we're filling it back up right away.
Okay. So going along with that, do you guys have plans for future expansion at this time, or?
We're actually expanding the tap room this spring, so we'll be able to fit more than 30 people in there at any given time, which would be kind of nice. The dentist office next door is moving. They got their own building somewhere, so we're going to take over their space.
Well, that's expansion.
And that will triple our size of our tap room. And we're going to add a bunch more taps to that so we can brew even more beer.
Awesome.
This was the ramp to lead to the second floor. Originally, this was a parking garage. And so we actually just tiered it off for offices when we first took over the space. But the top is where we had our offices, and that insufficient clearance sign, everybody but like me and one other person would hit their head on an almost daily basis.
Hence the name of the beer.
That's the name of the beer.
All right. I like that.
This is actually our Kickstarter wall. So way back when, 4 years ago, we started out as a Kickstarter event. We had mostly local people all put in money, including me. I'm down here. So so when we opened, the first couple of months that we were open, we left this unsealed, let all the Kickstarters that came in sign their name, and we sealed over it. So they're always going to be part of the brewery.
You guys have quite the like growler club or community. What do you guys?
It's community
how does that
supported
work?
brewery is what we call it, but it's a growler club. You basically prepay for 6 or 12 months for the growlers at a discount. Versus if you just bought them straight out. But you also get discounts on all the beer, like 10% on anything you drink or take to go, 20% on merch, and every 6 months we throw a members only party where we open up the brewery for people just to wander about and drink, pour specialty beers just for that aren't available to the public. We usually have like food and music.
Going through your website and looking up some news, it seems like you guys are really woven in
to
the community, and I would imagine a lot of the people in the clubs are locals, and they're walking here, and they're and you guys all know each other, and there's a lot of give and take. It's not just like, here's my money.
Yeah, over the
take
years,
the beer.
Our growler club started with the Kickstarter. It was like 150 people. It's grown to roughly about 450 people, and it's kind of plateaued there. Like, we keep around that many people in the growler club. Most of them are local. Some of them are just like nearby and make a point to come up here once a month. But.
All right, so thank you, Sketchbook. Thank you, Beth, for the amazing tour and the knowledge on what Sketchbook does and what they're all about. Is there anything you want us to leave with? Is there anything you want to promote?
Yeah, we have our double hazy IPA called Hop Thirsty Boy coming out mid-February. In March, we have our first milkshake coming out in cans. It's a pineapple and cherry juice milkshake. It's going to be really good.
Please come out to Sketchbook, guys. Try their beers. They're amazing. Do the tour. I believe it's second Saturday of every month.
Second Saturday of every month.
What else can we say?
Drink some beer.
Drink some beer. Thank you. Appreciate it.
William Wallace, this is delicious.